What's up, guys? Welcome back to Project Freelance. I wanted to update everybody real quick. If you listened last week or if you watched it on YouTube, I made a podcast episode about Adobe and how they owed me a free year of Creative Cloud for uploading 300 assets to Adobe Stock. So I wanted to update you guys real quick about that because I know a lot of you guys had questions and you wanted to know if it had been resolved. Yes, it has been resolved. So here was the issue. So I upload a lot of abandoned buildings as stock photography, and some of those abandoned buildings have graffiti in them, or if those buildings are recognizable, you need a property permit, even if the building's abandoned. So because of this, a lot of my photos were declined for Adobe Stock because I don't have property releases for abandoned buildings because I need to go back and figure out how to get those from abandoned buildings. I guess I got to call the city. But so that's basically what happened. I now have over 600 assets on Adobe Stock, which is awesome. And if you are trying to put your own photography up there are links down in the description to help you out, to help you get started uploading your stock footage. So basically my approval rate was less than 50%. So Adobe decided that I did not qualify for this year's promotion, which is totally fine, totally understandable. But as a gesture of good faith, they went ahead and gave me a free month of Creative Cloud, which is really tight. So thank you everyone at Adobe who reached out to me. Jason at Adobe reached out to me. He emailed me directly. He said someone shared the YouTube video with him. So whoever it was that was sharing, I mean, all of you guys that shared it, that tweeted Adobe, that tweeted Creative Cloud, thank you guys so much. You got this. You seriously got the company to reach out to me, and they helped me out immediately. They really dug in and they really tried to get to the bottom of this to help me out, to help me get the answer to my questions. So thank you, audience, for that. Thank you for sharing my video. Thank you for tweeting about it. Even if it was this podcast, thank you for sharing the podcast. I truly do appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you, Adobe. Of course, I'm still going to keep using Adobe because I love them. And I do appreciate them taking the time out of their busy schedules to deal with all their other customer complaints to handle this one and put it at the top of their list. So again, thank you guys so very much, Adobe. I really, truly appreciate it. You guys are the bee's knees. So this week I wanted to talk about, I've made a podcast about not thinking your work is good enough. I've made a podcast about this before back in season 1. I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. But a lot of people are coming to me saying like, yo, my Instagram followers are dying. They're dwindling. My YouTube followers are going away. My Twitter, all my followers are going away. I want to just let you guys know something real quick. Instagram and YouTube have done a purge. So a lot of subscribers have been dead accounts. So a lot of those dead accounts are gone now. So that means that your following might have gone down. Mine went down literally like by 1,000 people in the past, 2 months. And it could be because my content sucks, but it is more likely that a lot of those accounts were bot accounts. So if you guys have been like seeing this and witnessing this happen on your own accounts, I want you to know that you don't suck. Your stuff doesn't suck. There's just a lot of dead accounts. They do a purge like every single year to get rid of dead accounts. And so that's exactly what they were doing. So don't be alarmed if you guys lose like hundreds of thousands of followers. It's just something that is going on. I just did a collaboration I filmed for Lisa Ann. If you watch porn, really. I filmed a lifestyle video with Lisa Ann. I've started to film some lifestyle stuff with her, and I've had a blast because like I don't have to film people naked. It's awesome. That's not really my jam. It never has been my jam. But to be able to do lifestyle stuff for an adult film star is really, really cool because it not only takes me out of my element, but it also takes her out of her element. And so Lisa Ann is basically doing a bunch of adventures, and they will be all up on her YouTube channel. Just search The Real Lisa Ann on YouTube and her channel will come up. So we just released a 10, 11 minute video about a pair of custom sneakers that she just made, and they're Jordan Air 1s. And I don't know a whole lot about sneakers, but these sneakers look really cool. I made a promo video. You can see it on no tracers on Instagram, or you can go to justtheletterk.com/videos, and you can see all of my video content that I've made on my portfolio. That video's up there. So that was in collaboration with Garrickson Studios and this guy named Richie Range who helped design the shoes. And they're like lingerie built into a Nike shoe, and it's absolutely incredible. I can't believe that you can just make custom shoes. And I mean, So now hopefully we will work on a pair of custom kicks for myself. That would be really sick. I'm trying to do something urban exploration themed, something very like dark and tactical looking, maybe with like actual tactical like material as the shoe. That would be really sick. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We're trying to make them functional, not only fashionable. So there's going to be a little surprise in there. I'm not going to tell you guys too much about it, but I just wanted to like give you a little heads up that there might be some sneakers coming in the future to the letter K, no tracers fandom. So if you guys like shoes, if you're sneakerheads, then I only wear PF Flyers. See, that's the thing. I wear PF Flyers or Vans. That's pretty much it. I've never found a pair of Nikes that like look good with me. I don't know. I just feel like I'm more old school in that manner. I love PF Flyers. What can I say? I like to run faster and jump higher than any other kid out there. So yeah, sneakers are on the way. This podcast is basically just an update for you guys, by the way. I'm just kind of filling you in on all the things that I'm working on. And I wanted to take this episode to really ask you guys, like, what is it that you need to know about freelancing? What are the things you struggle with as a freelancer? I want you to tell me all the things that you struggle with, whether it be accounting and finances, or if it's promoting yourself, making business cards, flyers, things like that. I really want to help you guys out with this podcast. I mean, that's what it's for. It's an educational podcast for my fellow freelancers that are trying to find their way in this freelancing world. And I've made a whole lot of mistakes, and I want to be able to take this opportunity with this podcast to help you guys not make those mistakes. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about really briefly is I want to see what you guys work on. I want to see your content. So do me a favor and tweet me at KENAGONIO, or on Instagram, you can DM me or you can tag me at no.tracers. Find me on there, and I want you to send me a link or just tag me in one of your photos or one of your video posts. Tag me online. I want to see the work of the audience that listens to this podcast. It's really important to me that I build this connection with you guys because, I mean, you've stuck around for 55 plus episodes, and that's crazy to me. That's over a year of content every single week. So thank you guys for continuing to listen, and I really do want to hear from you. I want to see what you guys are working on in 2019, and I want to know what your goals are, and I want to know what your struggles and challenges are, because, you know, if I had a podcast like this back when I was learning, back when I was in film school in 2010, 2011, 2012, I think I would have made a lot fewer mistakes in my career. I make mistakes every single day, guys. I want you to know that it's okay to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We're only human. Like, we can only create amazing content 99.99% of the time. There's that 1.001% portion of time where we kind of mess everything up. But you know what? We all do it. We've all been there. And I want you to know that you're not alone. So the anxiety that you feel when it comes to your content, you're not the only one that feels that anxiety. All creators, all artistic people feel the anxiety to create better and better content. And one thing I can say for all of you is that if you continue to create content, you will get better at creating it. Obviously, practice makes perfect. The saying is a cliche for a reason. There's truth hidden behind the word cliche. Another thing I'm working on this year, well, I'm working on finishing it up, is an abandoned world coffee table photo book. So I have a collection of thousands of photos from different abandoned places, not only in America, but all over the world. I've been to abandoned places in Portugal. Wow, an abandoned 360-degree panoramic restaurant in Portugal that overlooks all of Lisbon. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below in the description. It's absolutely incredible. I hooked up with a photographer I met up with a photographer in Portugal, and I asked him to take me to this abandoned place, and he agreed to, and it was one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had in a foreign country. It was absolutely amazing. And super, super grateful for Diogo from Portugal for taking me out and showing me around his place. And so, yeah, that photography book, I'll probably release that probably this summer. That'll probably be up for pre-order this summer. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it is something I have been working on. So keep an eye out for that. And if you're into coffee table books, this one's going to be crazy. It's going to be really cool. The photos that I've compiled for it I think I have over 200 photos in this photo book, so it's gonna be thick. It's gonna be a thick one. It's gonna be absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to share that with you all. And yeah, those photos, man, I can't wait. I really can't wait to share those photos with you guys. And not only that, I'm always working on music stuff. I'm always working on covers. I have a band called Chasing Satellites. If anybody out there listening doesn't know, I am in a post-hardcore band called Chasing Satellites. You can check out our stuff anywhere music can be found, really, streamed, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, all the places. Just look for Chasing Satellites. You'll find us. But the most important thing, like I said, about this podcast is I want more feedback from you guys. In the next episode, I'm going to be reading some of your comments, some of your feedback. So if you guys go to the ratings on this podcast, you can give it a rating and you can leave a comment. And if you leave a comment, I'm going to be reading the comments next week on Project Freelance. So do me a favor, go down, take 5 minutes, take 2 minutes, whatever. Go down, give this a 5-star rating if you think it's worth 5 stars. And tell people why. Tell me why you think it's worth 5 stars. Tell me what you've gotten out of this podcast, and let me know if you need help. You can either, like I said, you can tweet me at @KAnagonio, tag me on Instagram at @KAnagonio or at no.tracers, or you can leave a rating on this podcast and you can ask for advice down there. It's a great place to do it. You can also leave feedback on individual episodes, which is really cool. So if you guys want to help me out, if you want to help me help you, do that. Do me that big favor. It will not only help me find the things you guys need help with, but it will also help other freelancers find this podcast. If we can get up to 100 ratings, that would be ideal by the summer. Right now we have like 36. So I know we can get at least 70 more. If you just take a second out of your podcasting time to go ahead and rate it for me, that would be really cool. And I would appreciate it, obviously. And I'm going to leave this one as is right now. This is going to be the end of the podcast. Just do me a favor and leave me some feedback. Give me a comment or two. Let me know what you guys need help with. And next week on the podcast, like I said, I will be reading your comments live right here on Project Freelance. So stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe. Every single Monday morning at 7 a.m. PST is when the podcasts get released. So be sure to tune in every Monday morning for your commute, for your drive, for your workout, for your morning coffee, for your shower, whatever it is, whatever you do while you listen to this podcast. Come back Monday morning, and I will be reading your comments. Thank you, guys. My name is KAnagonio. I am your host here on Project Freelance.